So what I'm talking about is the position of the pelvis and the position of the pelvis throughout the stroke. In the beginning, the first thing that we are taught in rowing is the sequence of arms, body, legs, and the legs, body, arms. And especially if we start from the back of the stroke, I feel there is like a certain wisdom which is not obvious at first. That is that the body doesn't just mean you just move the body like so from the end, or just move it. It actually means to come really sitting upright. Why is this important? First of all, it establishes you in a kind of an upright position, which especially for people who are not so flexible, when the knees are already here, it kind of gets more difficult to get really an upright position. So that's the first reason, but the other, which I think is maybe even more interesting, is that by moving the pelvis forward, you see what kind of happens, your knees pop up. So it means the hamstring basically pulls you forward because it attaches below the knee, it flexes the knee. So it pulls you forward, and it pulls you kind of forward from the center of your body weight. Not like that you are pulling yourself forward with the feet or kind of throwing yourself forward, but you are kind of rolling yourself forward through the hamstring and all the time being kind of centered here. So what can you do about it? We have, of course, stretching, but also the importance is the height of the feet. Maybe when you start, when you come, when you're not warmed up, you can put your feet lower, and then when you come upright, you try and wait, not like immediately like we are rolling simultaneously. No, you try to wait until you are as upright as possible. Okay, maybe your knees pop up, but you try to postpone the roll up. Come up and then go forward. And then it basically feels your body weight is already here and you're just coming forward. So this is, I find, very important because I think a lot of people, a number of them, it seems as if they are kind of just throwing their body weight forward and then kind of rebounding of the foot stretcher. And it makes on the erg, it makes the whole thing easier, but and it lowers the splits, maybe even dramatically. But it's not something that is effective in the boat. And so if you're kind of just uncontrollably going forward and rebounding of the front, every time you're slowing the boat kind of immensely. So this idea, when you are rolling yourself forward through the kind of hamstrings and continually extending yourself upward from this area, is very useful for having control in the movement forward, and it's very useful because you are immediately coming forward in a ready position, kind of, the feeling is as if maybe you're trying to hitch your lower ribs or your belly button, you're trying to hitch it up there, but without kind of, doing something with the back. The back is completely kind of relaxed. You're just extending yourself forward here. And there were some core or ab workouts I saw online for this part of the stroke, where you are kind of lifting yourself or having even a weight here, or progression like having the arms here and coming up. Also very important to feel this kind of coming here, and then when you become more aware of it, you will also not be collapsing back, for which also some activity of the glutes at the end is important. But this part here, you're active here and you're not collapsing back. So lift yourself here and then start to roll. But after starting to roll, you try continually to extend here, to feel this space here, and without kind of forcing it from the back like something. And then your shoulders, everything is kind of in your natural position. You are not kind of rolling in some, because you're just trying to make space here and you are relaxed upstairs. Another mistake I saw some people doing, like they are kind of yanking. When they come here, they need to kind of pull with the upper body, which is again something that in the boat kind of digs the oar into the water, and it's not a good thing to do in the cage. But my idea is maybe people do it because they need to kind of connect, or they need to connect the oar, connect the chain to their back. But this is kind of only necessary if you came forward with a kind of relaxed shoulders, maybe because you're, as I said, throwing yourself forward. But if you roll yourself focusedly, extending here, being active, you are immediately in a position, especially after getting a little bit used to rowing, you are immediately connected, the legs or whichever, the back muscles.